going on, Jerome? So, of course, the Minnesota Vikings have shoved all their chips in the middle, all in, with the future of JJ McCarthy, adofo-mensah, Kevin O'Connell. They both got their extensions, but it's not a quinky dink that their extensions basically run during the length of JJ McCarthy's rookie deal. So, it all starts and ends with number 9, right? And also, but just thought about this, 100% the Vikings players are going to vote JJ McCarthy team captain this year, right? Because it's weird when your starting quarterback isn't a captain, and also JJ literally has all the soft skills and intangibles to be a leader. So I think, except who gets demoted? All right, so you have Jefferson, you have O'Neal. Generally, don't have more than 3 captains on one side of the ball. It's gonna be interesting. Anyways, but long story longer, I do think that the Vikings can have massive success, great success with JJ McCarthy. He doesn't have to be him. And we made this argument 17,000 times this offseason. He doesn't have to put up Jaden Daniels type numbers. He doesn't even have to be Bo Nix, paint by number system there. He doesn't have to be Caleb Williams, certainly. All he has to do with this offense, I don't know what the hell that was. All he has to do with this offense is basically just drive it down the middle. Like, you don't have to crush it. Just nice little 3-wood right down the middle. And we'll be good to go, which is hard to do, as evidenced by the U.S. Open this weekend. Long story longer, Burt Breer of the Monday Morning Quarterback did up a piece talking about what the Vikings expect out of JJ McCarthy in year 1 of his starting. The Vikings' decision making at quarterback is a move forward with the initial plan, and that's not just about JJ McCarthy. When Coach Kevin O'Connell and GM adofo-mensah arrived in the Twin Cities in 2022, they found a rooster with a nice base of talent, but with some age and plenty of cap depth. That was a product of accumulating that talent. So the Vikings had a bit of a veteran roster, had some leftover Spielman contracts, and the Vikings, I mean, if it was Kwesi's decision, he probably would have just tore it down, got rid of everyone that you could have gotten rid of in one off season, taking your lumps, and then rebuild through the draft. But the competitive rebuild, that was the buzzword that got tossed around. And with ownership, you understand, like, yeah, it's time to turn the page, but also you don't want to be ass. Thank you. You want to keep butts in those seats. You want to keep interest in the team. And the Vikings have done relatively well because, I mean, changing a franchise, like, you don't just tank and then automatically get better. It is a step-by-step process, and I think that the Vikings have really turned the ship. I mean, it's like turning a aircraft carrier. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but I think the Vikings have done that, and they're on the right pace. Next. They wanted to gradually retool and reset the team, and part of that was drafting quarterback in 2024. Whether that was Caleb Williams, who wanted to play for Minnesota back then, you can be our backup in a couple years, baby. That's right. Drake May, whom the Vikings tried to trade up for. Try is such an iffy word, right? And of course, the connection, he and Josh McCown would have been great, but it is what it is. Or McCarthy. The idea was to get a younger quarterback on a rookie contract that would allow the Vikings to build more aggressively. Losing Kirk Cousins last year, partly because of being upfront with him on the plan to draft a quarterback, only accelerated the plan. Also, the Falcons came in and offered $1 bajillion, which instant regret. Snap regret. So regretful that they even drafted a quarterback in Penix, which, in retrospect, is still kind of weird, right? Because if they truly did want to build around Kirk Cousins, drafting a 24-year-old rookie in Penix, that didn't make sense. It would have made more sense for them to draft McCarthy, him being 21, but it's okay. I'm not sure people notice it playing out. Last year, they landed Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel to replace Danielle Hunter with their growing financial flexibility. Also, the fact that on their initial deals, Grenard and Van Ginkel together made about what Danielle Hunter made last season. Now, Andrew Van Ginkel got his contract freshened up, so that's no longer the case, but it's pretty damn impressive. And added Aaron Jones to the offense. Also, not to mention Cashman outside. How about that? This year, also Pro Bowler Sam Darnold, by the way. This year, with a change to with a charge to get tougher in the middle, they augmented the offensive line with Colts veterans Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, and the D-line with former stalwart commander Jonathan Allen, while extending Byron Murphy Jr., not the second. It is really funny when Byron Murphy II, last year, who's a rookie out of Texas, drafted by the Seahawks, when there's some controversy around him, like Murph Jr., our Murph, had to tweet out, "I'm not that Byron Murphy." Funny to me. Finishing up here. That's with a young core made up of Justin Jefferson, Christian Darrisaw, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hockenson, Diamond Dallas Turner, and they hope McCarthy. If Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones had come back, the Vikings tried on both. Well, again, try is the operative word here. Hey, don't show this to Ross Tucker because then he'll have like it's going to have the same effect as Seattle. Well, I told you. No. The Vikings did have an offer out for Darnold and Daniel Jones, but again, if they wanted to keep either one of them, they could have. They could have franchise tagged Darnold. They could have easily matched Seattle's offer, 3 years, $100 million, and they had an offer for Daniel Jones, but he obviously saw more opportunity in Indianapolis, even if it was for less money, reportedly. Who knows? A 1-year deal is to give the team some insurance with a 14-win group returning. The reason they didn't go after Rodgers was that getting him, conversely, would have been hitting the pause button on making McCarthy the quarterback for a year. Also, Rodgers is ass. Thank you. And he's been ass since 2021, which underscores the most important part of this. They won't be asking the world of McCarthy. He can just go play quarterback, which is the way you usually see guys at his position win. And, you know, the whole comparison between him and Brock Purdy, stepping in with the Niners when they were the freaking Avengers on offense, I mean, it's not bad. Certainly not bad at all. But because what's his primary objective with the defense? What's he got to do with that? What's his primary objective in the offense? Don't screw it up. That's basically what it is, where the revamped offensive line is going to be his best friend, and he can hand it off to Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason off of play action. It's going to be deadly after they soften up that defense with the running game. You have the best wide receiver in the National Football League. Hockenson can be a top 3 tight end when he's healthy, and he's not 3. Addison's rising up. Speedy Naylor in a contract year. Aaron Jones on the backfield. All of that while being protected by potentially one of the best offensive lines in the game, right? And it really is impressive what's going on here. Also, it's impressive that Albert Breer of the Monday Morning Quarterback has nice things to say about JJ McCarthy, because Burt Breer is a dyed-in-the-wool Ohio State fan. So he has seen JJ McCarthy actually, maybe that's where the begrudging respect comes from, because he has seen JJ McCarthy do terrible things to his Buckeyes for 3 years. It was good times, man. Also, with that defense getting after things, you know, the Vikings aren't going to be in a ton of shootouts, or they won't have to be. So it won't be a pass with this great baseline of a defense. The Vikings should always be in position when it comes to game script. So that certainly helps out JJ McCarthy as well. And I think eventually he will be that dude, and he will be that guy that elevates his team. But right now, his rookie season, I know everyone in the rounds talk about, well, what about the pressure of the 14-win season? There's no pressure. I mean, objectively, the Vikings could have like a 12-5 season, maybe win the division, make some noise in the playoffs, and that's better than a 14-win season last year. Truly is. Yeah, especially with JJ McCarthy at the helm, making good decisions, learning, growing, and showing on the job. That's what you need, man. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Monday Morning Quarterback outlines of expectations for JJ McCarthy in 2025. Doesn't have to do a lot. Just do your job and take care of the ball. And throw accurately over the middle. That's it. That's it. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.